Here's the late game. 8:45 local tip. How about that? Sixers and Celtics. Philly 4.5, 206.5 the total. More Philly money. They were as high as $5 when the game one tipped off a series price. Celtics 5-0 straight up in ATS at home in the playoffs. Again, we're not trying to split the atom here, but this came down to the three-point shot in game one. Celtics hit 17 of them, and the Sixers were 5 of 26 from three. Zach Lowe, ESPN, only 12 of them were wide open, and only 3 were the corner threes, and they stunk defensively, and they know it.
Yeah, they sure do. JJ Redick, quote, "We've got to be better. That's the bottom line. We got to be better offensively, better defensively. There's no overreaction on our part." And I like the veteran leadership in Philadelphia. We think about how young this team is with Embiid and Simmons, but the Redicks and the Ilyasovas have been difference makers for this squad when it comes to their maturity level here in the postseason. I think it served them very well in the first round, and I expect it to serve them, the veteran leadership from Philadelphia, to serve them well tonight. But when you talk about an undervalued team and an undervalued court, the Celtics, 5-0 straight up, 5-0 against the spread at home in the playoffs. And you know where the money's coming, Pauly. It's not coming in on Boston here. The markets and the wise guys in particular have been fading the Celtics game after game after game. They've been losing game after game after game. Boston has been the undervalued commodity here in the postseason, particularly on this floor.
Celtics 36-0 all time when they lead a series 2-0. In NBA history, a team wins the series 93% of the time. Best of 7 when they go up 2-0. Philly is 0-14 when they're down 0-2. Embiid, we were trashed defensively. They have to do a better job. Brown has Brown been ruled out or doubtful?
Yeah, the latest I saw was doubtful. But one would expect, and certainly the money coming on Philly in early betting action today, the markets don't think Jaylen Brown is going to play tonight with that hamstring injury. But, the question is Boston going to be ready for what's coming next? They know Philly's going to play better tonight than they did. Marcus Smart, quote, "Of course I am. We are. This is the playoffs. That team has been doing some extraordinary things. I don't expect nothing less than them to bring everything they have. We're going to be ready for it." Smart, 9 assists in game one, a ton of energy, but he didn't look like himself when it came. He looked like he was really dealing with pain. It looks like he's going to go to a different splint for his thumb that just went through surgery for game 2. Maybe that'll help him, but that's one of those little notes. Maybe it makes a difference for Marcus Smart on the offensive end of the floor.
That is a tough environment, too. The not a rookie chance with Simmons, and then the bleep the process chance as well. They're fired up in Boston. They will be ready to go, lubed up with plenty of alcohol with that late start. How about Rozier? We can play a lot better. Give me a break. He had 29. Tatum had 28. Horford had 26. Everything they threw up from 3 went in and scored 117 points. I forgot what I was going to say. So I don't think they can. We'll see what they do with Tatum. Horford on Simmons. He's done a great job on Simmons. And also Redick and Bellinelli on Tatum will not work. So I want to see the adjustments that Brown makes.
Sure. But just to go back to that Terry Rozier quote, and Rozier's had a huge playoffs. Talk about a guy that's made himself some money this postseason. We can play a lot better. We had a lot of points that we gave up. We could have played even better on offense. That's the scary thing. Markets, they're not respecting Boston, I'm telling you. Philly's the hot team right now. The Celtics are not. It's tough for me to lay the points with a team that against Boston on this floor, even though the Sixers are supposed to come out and play with their hair on fire right now. And obviously the markets are telling us they're the better of the two teams. In theory, we'll see if that works out in practice.
If you like Boston, I would bet it first half. The Sixers haven't had the lead in the playoffs at halftime yet. Think about that. They took out Miami in 5, never led it to half. They've been a second half and fourth quarter team, although they no-showed in the second half against Boston.
Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the games.